We have another movie right here where Zach he doesn't believe in love, and he doesn't think that there should be hot, attractive actors out there making Abercrombie commercials and pitching them as rom-coms out there. But I remember an era where those were very much invited. And that is what Anyone But You is. Zach, tell me about your experience and what side were you on while watching the new epic that is Anyone But You?
I was team stay home for the holidays. I don't know. I saw this one on at 9:30 a.m. the day after Christmas because we thought we might do a live stream, which is not necessarily the ideal time to take in like a sunny Australian vacation movie. But nonetheless, I wasn't the only one in the theater. There were a couple people with me. Okay. And I don't know. I did not have the best time with this one. I'm somebody who is really sympathetic to like a silly, fun, romantic comedy. I wish there were more of them being made. I wish there were more of them in theaters. Based on box office, it seems like a lot of people wish there were more of them in theaters. I just thought that this one resembled bad community theater in so many ways. It just feels false. Like there's not one line that Sydney Sweeney delivers in this movie that felt like authentic. There's not one line in this movie where Glenn Powell felt like an actual character. She's sort of like juggling between doing the like Julia Roberts frazzled thing and like a more confident, sexy, modern thing. And also like the Drew Barrymore, like in Over Her Head thing. Like it's never one performance. It's like a collection of ideas. And he's just like an empty space of hotness with a shit-eating grin. Like I think they allude to some interesting stuff with his character with like past drug use and stuff like that. But it's only even fleeting moments. I think the thing that really just like took me out of this movie is the number of times that somebody had to overhear somebody else's conversation and just sort of like meekly ducks behind some ledge or a balcony. Like if you could just play a drinking game for every time somebody cowers behind a corner to overhear a conversation, you wouldn't make it through this movie. I don't know, man. I don't blame Sydney Sweeney or Glenn Powell. I think the script is really the problem here, but I don't think they did anything with it. And I think maybe even some other actors could have tried to find like a through line with it. Ultimately, like it's just Sydney Sweeney is not at a point in her abilities as an actress where I feel like she can carry this kind of movie.
Damn.
As much as I enjoy her.
You liked her in reality.
I like her a lot in reality, and I think she's great in Euphoria Season 2. I think she's a really capable actress, but the ability to deliver a joke naturally is really difficult, and I don't think she gets there. I don't think she feels natural at all in this movie.
I'm going to one-up your drinking game and say if you add a shot for every single time a character takes off an article of clothing in this movie, you will be shot as well.
They are frequently naked or half naked. Yeah.
Yeah, and if they put their shirt so it's so far away from them they can't even put it on for the next scene, 2 shots right there. Make it a double. I don't know what to tell you, man. They got me. I thought it was corny. Not good. Don't get me wrong. It was not great in any way, shape, or form. But they're both too picture perfect up on screen for it to not already come off fake. Like, you understand? Oh, he's on his computer all day. Oh, yeah. Doing what? Crunches to look at those stocks? Come on now. What was she? A lawyer? Oh, yeah, you're sitting there reading all the... When have you seen a pre-lawyer this hot?
Also, like her whole thing is sort of being not self-assured and unconfident, and yet she's just like parading around in like barely any wardrobe. That doesn't feel like a unconfident person to me, but maybe that's just me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The whole thing is just pseudo-regular people. They're glowing in the middle of the night in Australia. The sun's not even out. This man can light up the water with his fluorescent teeth during that one Titanic scene. There are a lot of bits that I think work as isolated moments that don't really add for the rest of the movie because it's trying to, like you're saying, be this, they're very shy. They're just regular people just trying to make it by. They're not really sure of themselves. But then at the same time, they're trying to break the fourth wall, like you were saying, with those sneakily hearing what the other people are trying to say and whatnot, because it's supposed to be based off of Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing. We've seen many variations of this. I think the last one I remember catching was after Joss Whedon did the Avengers. Do you remember his?
Oh, yeah. Was it literally called Much Ado About Nothing?
Much Ado About Nothing. He did it in the present time. It was in black and white. He got pretty much his entire cast of people, and
Yeah, with that Avengers money.
literally the only thing that he did different was just having it be in the present, but still speaking the I think it must be this one right here, still speaking in Old English. I felt that this was trying to do yet again another spin, but they're going to modernize it as much as possible, and then they tried using the Old English for like fourth wall breaks, where again the story is that these two meet each other, and after they meet each other, miscommunication causes them to fall out of love with each other. Mm-hmm. And then it turns out that their friends are getting married, so now they have to be reacquainted with each other. Then they're getting married remotely, so that means that they now need to spend a week together. Everybody wants to get them together so that they're not bickering, so that the wedding won't be a disaster. And in them convincing the couple to get together, they try to reconvince everybody else that they're kind of together so that they can fall in love with the people that they love. It's all this miscommunication, uncommunication things that are happening. I thought it was pretty slick. The way that they tell the story to figure out who's related to who, how is it that they found this other person. There's this one sequence that they have on the plane that I think is fully out where he's arguing with her about why they didn't see each other. Mm-hmm. And he's having one conversation while she's having another conversation. Mm-hmm. They are both ditzy as can be. I thought it worked when they were having, they're playing charades with each other. Right. And she's just calling him insults of what he's supposed to be and not the word that they're supposed to play off of each other. Be it because they're so pretty, be it because the settings look great, be it because I messed with the playlist. I had a decent enough time with the movie. And I think for the people who wanted to see a rom-com in theaters, I thought it worked well enough. So it's a silly movie. I enjoyed it for what it is. I'd give it a matinee.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is one that you can wait to stream it because, like, I'm pro movies like this existing, and maybe part of me responding so negatively to it is like just having to see this over the holidays, right? But I don't know, man. I thought it was really forced. I thought that like the way they the way they use some of these characters is so just like unbelievable in a sense. There's a couple moments between Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell where I felt like they completely dropped their characters and just sort of performed almost like themselves. And those are the moments that actually worked for me in the movie, but they just were so few and far between.
No, bro, this man was swimming and she said, "Are you hot girl fit?" This man had no cardio. That's funny.
Who thinks this is funny is American film goers. Did you see how well this movie is doing?
No, I have no idea at the box office. Tell me.
So it opened to only $6 million over the Christmas holiday weekend, which is not great. It came in 4th place. But interestingly, it's kind of held on. The weekend after that, before New Year's, it stayed in the top 5, but went up to 8.7 million. And then this weekend that just ended, it again stayed in the top 5 and went up to 9.5 million. It's the first time that a film has raised its weekly gross week over week. Woo. Twice in the holiday season.
Woo. The Sydney Sweeney effect.
Yeah.
The Glenn Powell effect. I'm telling you.
Yeah, look, I want more movies where Sydney Sweeney runs around in a bikini. That's fine. I just wish they were better written than this one.
Make it 3D. There you go. You'll be able to top the box office right there. Look, It's not Past Lives. Don't go into it thinking you're watching Past Lives. That ain't that. Mm-hmm. But for the 2000s comedies that we used to get, I think this fits right in there. So,
yeah, it's definitely in that spirit. Yeah.
Anyone But You out in theaters. Whether you wait for it on stream it, whether you do catch it, let us know your thoughts down below and who you would like to see as an upcoming pair, an upcoming duo. They both got a lot of movies coming out next year, so. This was just like the midway through. I remember when they were releasing this movie that they said that he had gotten divorced because these two were like way too close with each other. I mean, at least they're getting some box office out of it. What was it? The scenes from Marriage when they did that, right? They didn't even get the awards they wanted.
Exactly. Yeah. Nobody watched that show.
Only clips from the show.